Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's funny how things work out. For years in primary school I was behind in reading, behind in maths, behind in writing, and really struggled. And it took me a long time, more than others. I was always below my reading age, below um, all the ages, and always on my reports in primary school it said, Sam's behind, Sam is struggling. And in year 7 I repeated the year, so I did 2 year 7s, and instead of going to high school earlier and being really young, I was held back a year, and then by the time I was at high school, I was one of the oldest in my year groups. And if it weren't for that one thing, I wouldn't be where I am today. And at the time, it was very hard to hear, like, that you just have to repeat a year. And I thought, man, that's like the end of my education, or because in the moment it seems really, we just get so caught up, like, that's bad, and that's fair enough. That's all right. Um, but the funny thing is that I never liked to read. I never liked to write. I couldn't really put together a sentence, yet alone write a few paragraphs or an essay or a story. And I never thought, looking back, if I asked my younger self, say when I was 10, what would I be doing when I'm 20? I never would have thought I had this insane passion and desire to write poems and to help others through tough times, through writing stuff and expressing how I feel, through not only poems but like spoken word. I want to do eventually public speaking and all of that stuff, but mainly I want to help others. And I feel like I went through a really low point in my life because it was a test of how it was a test of, like, if I bounce back from this, I could do anything. And writing poems helped me through it all. And I discovered, that I really like to read. I really like to write. I like to express myself a lot. And that's through many, many different things. But the main part of this video is saying that, if we're, the main part of the thing of this video is that, we shouldn't judge so fast in this world, I do it so much, but that phrase of being open to grow, because you never know, is ended up inspiring myself. And I thought, once I could say it on video, I could help someone else. Like, you literally never know. And it's not easy, but it's easier to be open in the really good times when you're having a blast and when everything seems so good. But it's harder to have that open mindset, when you're hurt, when you're in a state of panic, or when you have anxiety, or when you're feeling depressed, or when you're going through a really tough time. It's a lot harder to say, I'm gonna give this a chance. I can still do it. It's only temporary, and I don't know where it said it, but at some stage I wrote down in this book, that if it doesn't defeat me, it doesn't define me. And that's so true. Like, you don't, like, you can do it. You can do it so much. And I feel like the past few months or month or a few weeks, the reason I feel more better, more happy about myself is because I am finally, I think, going towards my potential, going further than I've been before in myself, and really exploring these new things, whether it's randomly dancing or cooking something and it turns out to be not that good, or expressing myself in different ways, or meditation, or listening to different podcasts. Just finding different ways to um, I guess, create more opportunities and everything is just really empowering. So that was be open to grow, because you never know. Again, I don't know if someone said that before, but I think it's what I listened to a podcast or something, and someone talked about growth, and then I was like, you know what? And I wrote it down. It's like, be open to growth, because you never know. And the main growth is inside us. I think that's why, personally, I am so impatient a lot of the times. It's because as soon as I can't see something working, and as soon as I feel like I'm not going anywhere, I get so mad. But I've reduced that so much, and I've said to myself, growth shows itself in many different forms, and growth happens over time. Growth is a journey. You can't rush growth, and growth requires patience. It requires commitment. It requires this belief that we can always be more than we are now, that things will get better, that if we want to improve, I wrote down, we should grow together forward in unity. And personally, I struggle with seeing so much divide in the world, and I just want us to work together. Yeah. And I'm so grateful, so thankful, so privileged in so many ways, that I kind of feel guilty a lot of the times. I feel guilty that I am fortunate to live in a house, a pretty big house. I am fortunate to have a car, a laptop, a family. I'm fortunate to live in a beautiful country. I'm fortunate to have food. I'm privileged to have running water. So many people don't have that, and I always end up feeling so guilty. And seeing the world hurting, it honestly just tears me up inside. But there's always hope. There's always, I don't know what to say. I'm just going to stop myself from talking right now, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you everyone so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. And that was be open to grow, because you never know. If you haven't, check out my other videos, subscribe, and trust me that there is so many good things to come on this channel. I am focusing on an array of things. I want to capture my journey, the good and the bad times, the big and the bold, the big and the small, the everything. You know, I reminded myself that a journey is made up of all parts, and I don't want to. The last thing I want is to put on facade, a filter. I don't want to pretend to be someone that I'm not when I'm recording myself. And the last video and this video, I finally feel like I can express how I feel, and this is me. I am so sick of pretending to be someone that I'm not, and just not being true to myself. And the past month, I finally am owning my truth and journaling and being my true self. Not pretending for anyone, not trying to change the way I am, not obviously improve, but not just be fake. Being real, that's the one thing I want. And thank you so much for everyone that watched the video, and